Well, we're at camp now, folks. You see the church just up through the trees there. And this is an area where me and my mate, old Pix, used to have a shed here we built. Keep our outboards and boat stuff in, and oars and fishing rods and that sort of stuff. Someone burnt it down, that's what's left of it there. And we planted up all this area here, all these trees you see here. That birch tree through there. We planted all these because this was all elm trees years ago, like those dead ones there, but they were big elm trees. And the vicar gave us permission to clear the area and replant, and that's what we did. All the bulbs you see around here, we put all this in, everything, we planted it all. This cherry tree here, we popped that in about 14 years ago, and it's doing well, and that's what I'm going to hammock to tonight, from that sycamore here to the cherry. Yeah. And also our bit of ground also goes through to there because the vicar gave us permission to use it and keep our boats here. That's years ago. It's all changed since then. So I'm going to get the tarp up. We are forecast some showers. So let's get the old tarp up. There's the old zebra can. Come for a brew. There's my tarp up there between these two trees. And a little cherry tree which I planted. So 12 oaks is up that way and on the other side of the river. There's Pix's old boat. That's a freshwater spring just there. Flows down right under my feet and comes out there. Never dries up. And there's the river out there. Awesome little place. There's my little fire pit up there. And so I've got some nice firewood there anyway, some dead elm there. That's cool. Right folks, just take a little wander through the rest of this little site that the vicar allowed us to, we planted that as well, allowed us to use. That's what's left of the original elm trees. You can see they're quite big trees, about 40 foot high. And through here, when my dad passed away in 2009, I bought a willow tree from B&Q. It was about 8 feet high, 1.5 inches round at the bottom of the stem. That was 2009 folks. There it is now. It's a good 25 feet. It's been in 12 years. Look at the size of that trunk now. Yeah, I'll put my hand there so you can get some sort of... That's how big she is. And all the bulbs I put around the edge as well. Got some hyacinths in here as well. So that was planted. There's my little trowel there. Pix has put in the tree there so we didn't lose it. But yeah, that's in memory of my dear old dad, Paddy. A couple of little boats in the reeds down there. And we go through all the ferns there, starting to come up again. This is our little bit of ground. This is our fence that we put up, but I say the shrubs have pushed it all down. And it goes right through to over there as well. But to get through there, you've got to get on the reed bed. I've only got trainers on, so I don't know how wet it is out there. Dad's tree. That was an old fold-up collapsible boat. That I had a go in it, and oh my god, it's a bloody death trap, so we never used it again. It's some of our fishing gear, nets. Get down through under here. It's not too wet underfoot. Lovely little clinker boat. There's a repair here somewhere. So at some time. One thing you should never do with a wooden clinker boat is let it dry out, because it'll leak like a sieve when you put it back in the water. Like whenever a clinker built boat is built from new, the first thing they do is stick it in the tide and sink it, so the planks swell up and seals the joints. That's not going to help that boat at all. Little fiberglass dinghy there. This is the other end of our little site. Years and years of rubbish we've still got to clear up. It's been here like, 30 odd years, some of this stuff. That will be cleaned up at some time. We're always clearing up other people's rubbish, folks. And all that woodland right down through there. There's the farmer's field just up through there. Yeah, so another little site, which I don't use that often, but where some idiots had a big fire down at 12 Oaks a couple of weeks ago. On the grassy area there, if you've seen on the films, they had a massive fire, burnt all the grass, left it going, and someone had to call the fire brigade to put it out, so I'm not going to go there for a long time. These sort of things that you can find down places like this, look folks. Lovely old earthenware jars. Beautiful old thing that. Pity she's broken on the bottom. But very old area this. I mean, like I said, the church is 11th century, so that's nearly 1,000 years old. And we've had all that time of people come up here in boats and stuff. So there's a general view. I say 12 Oaks is up the river there, round the corner to the left, about half a mile away on the other side. That's the old railway line over there. You see some people walking or riding there on their bike. And those buildings up there, that's the old level crossing keeper's cottage. Full of history, folks, around here. Love it. Alright, let's get back up to camp. Finish my cup of tea off. Lovely place. There's Dad's tree again. There's a guy there towing a load of canoes up the river. That's a couple of shell ducks there, folks. There's some lovely waterfowl down here. Alright folks, just take a little wander up to the churchyard, because there is an amazing specimen of a yew tree which is about 600-700 years old. It's an absolute cracking specimen. There's the biking trailer stuck there. You wouldn't even know I was down there. Right. Absolutely beautiful tree, this yew tree. The groundsman's shed there, and there she is, look folks. Look at that for a specimen. It's huge. About 5 foot across at the bottom. These are important people to be entombed in those. Absolutely beautiful tree. There's one of the Conway brothers who had their boats down Colwell Bay years ago. They used to rent boats out. (1821). Francis Groves. Groves is another local name, obviously 1805. These were high status people. And here is Emily Lady Tennyson, wife of Alfred Lord Tennyson. As you can see folks, it's an absolutely beautiful churchyard. Right, that's why I come up to show you folks this beautiful ancient English yew tree. That's seen some history. Right. Let's get back down through there and back into camp. Right, there's some water coming to the boil there for some noodles. We'll get the old curry flavour in there. Look at those viewers. delicious. And that. Lovely. There's the boil. A mid-afternoon snack. Lovely. Absolutely delicious. There's a heavy shower come over, folks. It's lovely and dry under the tarp. I'll get the hammock up later on. Lovely sound. There's the fire going. Zebra can on for a cup of tea. Save me gas. Try and keep the smoke down as much as possible for the moment. When that's burnt down a bit, I'll get some bacon on. Lovely. Six lovely rashers of maple smoked bacon there, folks. Absolutely delicious. There you are, folks. I'm done. I'll have a cheese and bacon roll. Absolutely delicious. Well, there's a pair of our resident mute swans there, viewers. They're about 50 yards away from me. And a good old preen there. There's the old fire going well there, viewers. And I've got the hammock set up under the tarp. Awesome. Right, there's a camp just up in there, folks. I've just come out to the reed beds. this is where me and my mate old Pix used to keep our boats years ago. We built a lovely jetty all along here from all the dead elms that we felled from up there. Still pretty wet underfoot. There's a tide come right in over this earlier. I've got to watch our step, not end up with wet feet. Down there, behind that old lobster pot, there's an old car engine that was marinised and put in a boat years ago. That's why we put those sticks there, so we didn't hit it with our boats when we come in the outboards. Someone's chucked the pot in the water. That's been there a few years now. Absolutely beautiful out here. The wind's gone right off. Swans and geese there. Keep an eye on me. And along here there's a little creek where I used to keep my boat. I had a little 15-foot dory with 20 horse jonks on the back of it. Oh, it's boggy round here. This is where she used to be moored. It's alright, geese. Even the old mooring pylons are gone now. That was either side there. And just out there, you see a post sticking out the mud. That was my other mooring for my other boat. I had a, was it 18, 20-foot plywood boat. And she used to be moored just there. Between that post and the one you see in the background there, that was her mooring. As you can see, folks, the Isle of Wight is such a beautiful place, especially if you want to go camping. I mean, look at it. Places everywhere. All along that woodland there. I've camped over in that woodland before. And now I'm camped at what we used to call River Cot. The old church spire there, with the weather vane on top in the background. I just leave the waterfowl alone, they're getting a bit annoyed. I'm not used to seeing people walking out on these mudflats like they were years ago. We was down here all the time, going out on our boats. 20 years ago that was. Seems like yesterday. And there we are. Let's make my way back up through that lot into camp. There we are, folks. Right on my doorstep all this is. Well, folks, about 5 to 9 in the evening. Sun's going down. Those blackbirds. There's a robin. So peaceful. Well, viewers, it's about 10:30 in the evening. So I'm gonna just relax now, watch the fire for a while and retire to the hammock. So we'll see you in the morning, folks. Morning campers, viewers, lovely day out there. Oh, lovely night skip. I'll get up and get the kettle on for a nice cup of tea. Kettle has boiled. Lovely. Oh, zebra can. Lovely. Absolutely delicious. And I get that down my neck, start striking camp and make a move out. As always, viewers, tea. There we are, folks, we've struck camp. That's where I was there. Everything's all tidied up. All ready to go. So until the next overnighter. See you soon, viewers.